Yo, good morning, y'all. Afternoon, good night, wherever you is, wherever you be, however you are. Thanks for the click. If you ain't done it already, hit that like, subscribe, and go on and hit the share button. It won't hurt you. But we appreciate you. And by we, I mean me, myself, and I, all three. Welcome back to the Big Daddy vlog, number 5. My cat is distracting me. If you can't tell by the title, I tried jiu-jitsu and it was great. I got my ass whooped and it was awesome. And almost every person I have heard or watched, and I've still heard, even if I am watching, but every story I've heard about people trying jiu-jitsu for the first time, you get worked. And that's exactly what happened to your boy. And I'm gonna make this video to talk about that experience, because it was a brand new experience for me. Your boy ain't never done no type of grappling, wrestling. I ain't never learned any type of techniques or anything like that. And let me tell you, the gym I went to was a great gym, fantastic gym. Great coach, great people, just great environment all around. And your boy was scared. Now, I'm a pretty big boy. I weigh about 230 to 235 daily. That's what I walk around. Kitty cat, please go away. And I'm about 6'3", 6'4" with a pair of LeBrons on. Maybe 6'5". Ooh, that's a big body. Anyways, I walk into the gym for the first time. I meet the fighters, I meet the students, I meet the coach. Everything is great. And I really want to be clear that the feelings that I was experiencing walking into that gym was fear, because it was a whole new territory, whole new environment for me. And if you are into fights, if you are in the MMA, any type of martial arts, you know that no matter what you look like, if you ain't know how to fight, you ain't know how to fight. If you ain't know how to wrestle, you ain't know how to wrestle. If you ain't know how to grapple, you ain't know how to grapple. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a hooper pretty much my whole life. And almost every basketball gym I walked into, people was like, oh shit, this nigga look like he's supposed to be playing in the freaking NFL. I gotta eat my food, otherwise these flies is gonna get it. And what I'm eating today is I had cooked me some eggs. You can even see it. Oh gosh, that look like a bee. But I've cooked me some eggs and some here avocado. You know what I'm saying? I walk into the gym and it's just practice, mind you. There ain't no competition or anything like that. The music's playing, the vibe's all good, and start to get warmed up. And just even from doing a simple jiu-jitsu warm-up, doing a somersault, your boy ain't done, and it's not called a somersault, they call it something else. Go, please. But you rolling on this shoulder forward, you rolling on this shoulder forward, then you rolling backwards. And you could probably look up jiu-jitsu warm-ups or classes online and find what I'm talking about, because I ain't gonna be able to describe in detail everything that I experienced. But we start with the warm-up, and I'm like, oh, I got this, you know, it ain't no big deal. Yeah, your boy had to go in the express lane, the expressly slow lane, just to do a dang somersault to roll on your shoulder and not hurt yourself. Because you got to tuck your head and your neck, and it was just new, right? And I was intimidated. I really was. But guess what? I still went and did it. And some of y'all might be laughing and be like, why was this nigga intimidated to go do jiu-jitsu? Because I was. And hate on me if you want. But I'd rather be honest than lie to y'all. So from the warm-up, coach starts drilling some techniques. He starts modeling, you know, some basic maneuvers on, you know, having your guard and what certain kind of guards mean and what they look like. He's demonstrating with another student, and he's talking about some top positions, and it looked like it was simple. That's how it looked. But then if you're observant, you start to notice, you know, the other students in the class and what they looking at, and you know, you're on the mat, and obviously as a human being, you got your head and you got your feet, so opposite ends, and your right and your left. So the students started to move around, you know, as they were transitioning to, you know, different positions and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, well, I might as well, you know, follow with them to see, you know, what it is they trying to look at and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't know what I was looking at. Your boy just sat there and was like, you can do this, Luke. You can do it. So once it was time for us to start practicing what he just showed us, if you've ever experienced studying for a test, getting to the test, and then not remembering anything, it was like that, you know. And I'm a hooper, so I pick up things that are demonstrated to me on the basketball court really quick, and I can get it. But laying on your back and having another man on top of you, pause, I'm strictly talking jiu-jitsu here now. Having another man on top of you, dig his shoulder, pressing your face into the mat with his shoulder, and all you carrying all his weight on top of you, and he clasps his hands together, clasps his hands together around your head and your arm like this. Oh, that's what we was doing. We was just trying to work on, if I'm on the bottom and homie on me like I was just describing, to put one hand down and to roll over and lock the legs. That's another thing too. You learn to use your legs and how to wrap some other dude's foot up or leg up to manipulate his body and gain leverage while using your hips to escape. I was like, holy smokes. Yo, you made this look hella easy, coach. And I didn't even remember the first thing when I was laying down and I was trapped. I was like, what the hell? And I tried to use literally all my strength to get this dude off me, and it don't work like that. I mean, I'm sure it could, but that's not an efficient way, and you get hella tired. We wasn't even doing it like for 3 minutes, and this is just my experience. I ain't saying that you finna experience this if you go and try to take a jiu-jitsu class, but your boy got fucked up. And this was just a start, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how long this class finna be, but it might be a long one. But I was invested, and I'm still invested. It was the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. I ain't never got my ass kicked, and I ain't even take one strike or anything like that. Literally, we just manipulating limbs. What the hell? Jiu-jitsu is legit, and don't take my word for it, because your boy didn't do shit. Look, there the cat go right there. You see it? Cat's name is Pumpkin. I ain't want the damn cat, but she likes me and I like her, so we cool. But I ain't trust them cats. Them cats is demons. Right? You can be as nice as you want to a cat. And that cat, if they want to fuck around, you gonna find out. She's a good cat. Anyways, I got worked. And you know, if you've been an athlete, if you competed, you know when somebody is taking it easy on you, and you know, and that's what it was. It was no comp. It was practice. But if it was a comp, oh good lord, I would have got submitted in 30 seconds. And I roll with these two dudes who is probably, 200 pounds, 205, 210, probably something like that. So there's some good sized bodies. And you just get so sweaty too. And that's another thing. If you be watching them fights on TV, obviously you can see how sweaty they get, but you might not actually recognize how sweaty they is. It is hard to hold and control somebody when you just dripping. I ain't even playing. I was like, whoa, chill. So, after we drilled that, for what seemed like 10 days, the coach went back to the mat. He demonstrated another one. Position transition into submission from the stuff we was already working on. Like I said, I ain't gonna do a good job of explaining this, but hopefully you can pick up what I'm putting down at least 60%, 70, 80, 90, 100. Anyways, we learned some new moves, from the top and the bottom. It was hard. It was hard because you wanted, especially somebody like me, you wanted to use force and the amount of power you can generate just from being strong. You want to use strength, and that's how you wanted to do this, at least for me. And you can't. It don't work like that. It don't. If homie is locking your leg up, and look at how muscular your boy's legs is. Look at this. I'm not a small body, but this dude, all he had to do was just wrap his ankles around my ankle, and I can't move my leg. And he can control the bottom portion of my body. And just, blah, 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 going to a Darce, whatever, da, 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 da. I kid you not, I was like, holy smokes. Because I had no idea what to do. I had no idea how to defend it. Like I said, I tried to grab his wrist and be strong and, tense up and all that kind of stuff. And you just get so freaking tired. I got so much more respect for the sport of jiu-jitsu now that I have experienced it and recognized the obstacles and the objective of grappling and how challenging it is to do it effectively, use the art effectively. But it just takes time. I was rolling with dudes who were brown belts and purple belts and blue belts, and people who put time in that art and have crafted their own skills and they know it. They know how to use the tools that they have sharpened. The tools they have cultivated themselves, and now they are mastering their techniques. And it's like, holy smokes, this shit is awesome. It was so cool, and I can't appreciate and thank the coach enough. Prior to me even experiencing rolling on the mats, because I went to his website. You need to make an appointment and communicate beforehand about who you is and your goals and all that type of stuff. And like I said in previous BDVs, Big Daddy Vlogs, the goal is on this journey and sharing it with y'all is to provide content that is open, honest, and authentic. And that's why I was harping on me being so scared of my feelings. I was scared walking into that gym. But prior to walking into that gym, I was scared to contact the coach. I was. And just because somebody is honest and sharing personal experiences with you, that don't mean that you have to now think you are finna have the same personal experience as this somebody who's sharing it. I share honestly so you can evaluate yourself honestly and figure out that if you actually want to do something, why you want to do it, and is you finna do it even though you feel some type of way. Gosh dang, I was talking about on the last BDV where I saw this one clip or podcast of this guy expressing what fear is and what courage is, and even if you pretend to have courage, you are experiencing and expressing courage, even if you pretend to have courage. And that's exactly what I did messaging this dude. I ain't act fake, but I pretended like I had courage when in reality I was super fearful of messaging this dude. Because well, let's keep it strictly on the topic of jiu-jitsu. Story time later. But these doors that I'm gonna be talking about on this journey that I had to keep opening. These doors, they are real doors of unknown to me, and therefore the unknown is fearful to me. And that fear is a demon of mine. I have let it influence me to choose not to engage in opportunities, to choose not to move forward, even though I knew I was stepping into unknown territory, and I got my ass whooped. I kid you not, I got it whooped. And after I rolled with them 210s, those 6-footers, 5'11" maybe, I started to roll with actually somebody who I went to school with, who I went to grade school with, and it wasn't like we was tight or anything like that, but we knew each other, and I respected him and he respected me, and we was always kind if we saw each other, and we caught up a little bit, and that made that class more enjoyable and less fearful to me as well, because he was an encouragement. We caught up, and we ain't seen each other in probably like 5 years or something like that, but it was nice, and he supported your boy because he was there. He fights, and so I started to roll with him. He was like, let's roll, and homie probably 5'6", 5'7", maybe $150, maybe. If I'm thinking of fighters, I'm thinking he's fighting in the bantamweight, featherweight class, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he can't be no more than 170, at least what he's fighting at. And this dude worked your boy, worked me. I just tried to use my strength, and I had longer limbs than him too, because I'm 6'3", he 5'6", so I was able to, for what I thought, hold my own, but I didn't know what to do. All that shit that I was learning just 15 minutes ago, it ain't there for me to use. And then I rolled with another dude who was probably a few inches taller than him, and maybe 10, 15 pounds more. Maybe they're the same weight. Now this dude, he's put some work in. He's put some time, and this dude got me in an arm bar where he had a leg up here and a leg up here, and he's pulling me down like this, and he has my arm. He's pulling on my arm this way, and I'm like, oh, I can't even demonstrate it. But he had me in an arm bar, and my arm was trapped like this, and I couldn't get it unhinged, and I could feel, the arm starting to hyperextend a little bit. And obviously we was practicing, we was drilling, so he let go. But because he didn't want to hurt me or nothing like that, I was brand new. And I was like, dude, how the fuck did you do that? And he just starts laughing. And he goes, let me show you, what I did and whatever else. And of course, I'm like, yeah. I still don't know what you did, but now that you did in slow-mo, I ain't gonna let it happen again. It happened again. Nah, it would have happened again if we would have rolled another time, but then we went back to, learn a few more techniques and doing the same kind of thing. It was a jiu-jitsu practice, and that's exactly what we did. We practiced jiu-jitsu, and it was one of the greatest things I have ever experienced. I said that about boxing. I didn't say it on the BDV, but I experienced my first ever boxing practice, boxing class, lesson, whatever you want to call it, back in 2020. That was one of the greatest shits I ever did too. One of the most challenging, technical, same thing as jiu-jitsu, martial arts just in general. But the discipline and the amount of brain power you gotta have to do these movements successfully, just even breathing, and like I was saying, like I was trying to use my strength, to get homie off me. I gassed. There was literally nothing I could do. I was like, what the fuck? And he just, started to do shit tighter, and my oxygen supply started to get a little lighter, and I'm like, oh God, tap. It was weird, but it was awesome, and I recommend it to anybody who's getting into any type of martial arts, or anybody who's looking just to experience some cardio and a good workout. The environment that the gym that I went to was phenomenal. It was great, and I'm headed back there tonight to take another class. And like I said, on this journey, I'm gonna keep it real. And if you want support, it is much appreciated. If you want to hate, it will be appreciated as well. But you choosing to watch this shit. And I appreciate it. It helps my watch hours. Because how crazy do you got to be to actually chase a goal? First of all, how crazy you got to be to actually set a goal? To identify what it is you want, why you want it, and put yourself out there to achieve it, and to hold yourself accountable to do it. Like I said, I'm working on my diet. I'm eating shit that's actually beneficial for your boy. Look, your boy, and it's just how it's finna be. This is a part of the journey. I didn't ask for any of this. I did not choose my genetics or anything like that. But I'm amazed with what the human body can do and what it can look like, and how my body can respond if I take care of it properly. If I fuel it, if I exercise and I maintain its structure and even reinforce it by building more muscle and having healthier blood and all that kind of stuff. I am on this journey, one, because this is a career that I want. I am an athlete, and experiencing martial arts and sparring with different people and recognizing that I lack in the area of using your body in hand-to-hand combat, that I lack in that area, is a real bother to me. That I can get my ass whooped by my fucking best friend, who, if you look at my YouTube shorts and it's a basketball video, it says training with Luke. It got like 600 views. I think it's my most popular one. 600 views, baby. Let's go. We're about to get paid on this shit. 2 cents. And I'll be taxed a cent. I think I'm funny. But my boy, my best friend, who is hella ugly, he ain't never gonna be able to beat me in no boxing, even though he considers himself a coach. He considers himself some kind of strength and conditioning coach, because he went to school and got himself a fancy little paper signed by a little somebody who probably ain't never exercised a day in their life, but just read all the books. I'm just playing. I'm his biggest hater and I'm his biggest lover. But my boy taught me how to box, how to throw 1-2, how to move. And I look at this nigga and I'm like, dude, Why are you better than me? And how are you better than me? But now I understand. You have to figure out what you want, why you want it, and what it is you willing to do to get it. And this nigga has put in work. He's put in time. And that's exactly what I figured out going to the gym, the jiu-jitsu, or and go to the jiu-jitsu class and roll with these dudes who I'm overlooking, who I'm being prejudiced towards. And it humbles you. Martial arts humbles you. And I think I can be pretty damn good if I discipline myself, if I humble myself and receive knowledge from somebody who possesses knowledge. And I think it could be a lot of fun. I'm a pretty physical dude. Nope. I saw a spider and I don't like it, but it's minding its own business, so I'm gonna just let it be. But that was my experience doing jiu-jitsu. And would I recommend it? Hell yeah. Especially if you ain't never done it before. I'm gonna put my kids in jiu-jitsu, especially my girls. Golly, my girls. Woo! My son, he is not a fighter. And there ain't no shame in that. But that nigga is not a fighter. But he should be in jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is for real, y'all. And thank you to the gym that I went to and coach for being very kind and respectful and meeting me in the hours that were not necessary for you to do so. Yeah, your boy's just getting started in this. You better watch out, cause I'm coming. Most entertaining fighter in the UFC, Big Daddy. So, if you made it all this way, appreciate you again. If you ain't hit the like button, please hit the freaking like button. It ain't gonna hurt you. And hit the subscribe button too, please. And share. This is the Big Daddy vlog, number 5. We'll be back with it again. Actually, I got a story because I just met, well, not face to face, but had to talk. UFC legend. I'm not even gonna name his name. Maybe. Peace.